There we go. Now my mic is on. Alright, hello everyone and welcome back again to another game, or continuing our game of Vampyr. Everything should be all set up, working swell. Looks good. Come on, game. Start. There we go. Now it's loading up. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know. Why not loading for me? Okay, there we go. It wasn't registering my controller for some reason. So we're going to be continuing on where we left off last time. And let's see, what were we doing? We had brainwashed the poor lady who's now brain dead person, apparently may have died overnight. I don't know, that seemed weird. She apparently stopped caring, got sick, and then the guy is saying that she died, all within the span of a night. So I don't know if a night is longer than a night really is, or what's happening there. So let me just quickly check one more thing here. Perfect, okay. And right, we are off to find Sean Hampton.
If you don't mind, I'd be...
As far as I know. Oh, what happened while I was absent?
What exactly happened here while I was absent?
Hampton turned, quite violently, as he had, lurking about, attacked Miss Jones. To say he created quite a commotion would be an understatement.
Are you sure it was Hampton that killed Miss Jones?
There was blood everywhere, but no body, and you know the state she was in. I fear for what he did with her. Hopefully he just hid the corpse.
I don't know then. There's no body, no
How
giblets.
did the guard of Prewin come to hear of this?
McCullum has spies everywhere. He will jump at any opportunity to disparage the Brotherhood and show his contempt.
I don't know.
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's
no
streets
skull.
are overflowing with them these days.
Pretty sure it was a vampire.
It was a vampire, all right. But what kind, I'm not sure. He was large and very fast.
If you find anything more about this creature, the Brotherhood would greatly appreciate any information you could spare.
He was observing me with the obvious intent to do me harm. His very presence evoked a palpable sense of menace.
You need to be careful, Jonathan. We've no idea what this creature really is.
I recently tried to enter a church. It has been a very unpleasant experience.
The Brotherhood's research on the matter of faith and vampirism has proved somewhat insubstantial, to say the least.
It wasn't that he was trying. I don't like that. Because he was trying to enter the church. Oh, no, he went to enter and the priest opened the door. He's like, can I come in? And he's like, no, it's closed. So it has nothing to do with the fact that he couldn't physically enter the church.
Is this proof that I'm cursed in the eyes of the divine?
The wrath of the Almighty? There's no way of knowing. It could be subconscious guilt, or irrational fear, or deep-seated beliefs.
It's hard to explain in terms of science, that's for sure.
I'm sure Lady Ashbury will have far greater insight into this matter than little old me.
Who was that man in your office?
Geoffrey McCullum, actual leader of the Guard of Prewin. I suspect he's the man behind the rebirth of this old and dusty society.
They know I'm here now, don't they?
I can guarantee one thing. The Guard of Prewin would never dare to attack the hospital while I'm in charge here.
I mean, he looked at me and specifically said, there's a leech here.
What do they hope to achieve?
Their ultimate goal is the eradication of all vampires in the country. They see you as a threat to mankind, Jonathan.
Thank you, Edgar.
Ah, dearie, dearie. Alright, so now we get to go back to the docks.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Yeah, because that was the priest guy. He was attacked by the skull. We brought him here. He said that he wasn't turned or anything. So that's the interesting part.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Don't look for you, don't need me. Hello, Makamega. Didn't miss too much, I just started. Talked to Swansea about the big-ass vampire guy that we saw on the last one
Goodbye
there.
for now, Mr. Elwood.
And apparently he doesn't know who it is either. Let's see here. One moment. That over there. And then we're just trying to figure out what happened
Good evening, Miss
to
Howard.
this lady.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
More blood right there.
I'll leave you.
Go lick it off the floor.
To your
You're that
nocturnal
desperate.
activities.
I wish I could be sick again.
Come on, Thelma.
Feel my blood boil with the fever.
What on earth happened here?
Now, the thing is, her body's not here. With the skulls, they left broken bodies all along the ground. And bits and pieces everywhere. So the fact that there's no body,
This effect on me.
it could either be that's what this thing is. He dragged the body with him.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scab.
Rochi. Rolling off this motherfucker like goddamn tumbleweed. Oh, that was some good times. All because Kiss doesn't exist anymore. She pops on about 2-3 minutes. Once every week now. I know she said that June was busy, but it must be very, very busy if she can't even chat very long on Discord.
Yes. And I'm afraid I'm at least
Oh, well.
partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Gotten about us. I know. No, well, to be fair, she hasn't really done much on Twitter either, 'cause I was following her on that. And other than that Metro stream that she had done when without any notifications and so on, that's about all I've seen from her. And even in some of the other streams that I know she visits, I haven't seen
I have
anything.
experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
You know, Rochi, I'm always here for you. That's why I try to post something when I see that you're chatting in there. Not everybody's offline when you're around.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just staying away from the symbols of faith, it's not like they're burning or killing you.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
Oh, she knows.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan.
Hey, Zaytran!
The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Okay. So there we go. Now we have it established in this game, because they're changing all kinds of vampire lore in here, that some things are legit, other things are not. So now we know that, yes, not only does it need to be living blood, but there is the different blood quality as well, depending on how fresh and alive they are. Thus, why, like, dead corpses won't work. There's no vitality in the blood, so I'm guessing the red blood cells, which rapidly begin to deteriorate and so on once it's, well, not being freshened up, as it were, from a living body.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
You see, that's an interesting part as well, because one of the writings from, I think it was the Guard of Prewin, was stating that, and in interviews from various vampires, that they're addicted to blood and it gives them a drug-induced high when they drink, which is why they go so crazy for it.
I hope to see you again soon.
So what I'm curious about with, in her case, is has she just, because she's been alive for so long, she's become deadened, much like how druggies slowly get a tolerance and they need higher and higher dosages to feel anything? Was that her case for blood, in which case now she's not getting that high anymore? Or is it just that much restraint?
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
He wasn't unstable at that point. He seemed
Goodbye,
quite
Dr.
lucid.
Tibbets.
And somebody heard voices in the stairs. Honestly, I think there's a bit more happening here.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Goodbye, Milton.
Yeah, nobody liked her very much. The old gossip. Alright, let's start heading back down to the docks. Let's see if this guy
Hey,
might have
Doc.
seen anything.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
Good to know.
I'll leave you
Carrying
for
a knife
now,
around with
Mr.
him. Somebody's lying in wait there. Now, last time, I had run across some bad guys on my way here.
Over there! There's
Like this!
Watch out for them teeth!
And I'm able to heal some... Okay. Oh, what is that? Oh, it drains my blood! Stamina. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that was nice. That was a good... Instantly stuck him. Alright, grab our supplies. We are heading the correct way. Got another one of those big priests. He should be quick.
It's not human! Kill it!
It's done for him. Go on, back to the shadow.
Ah, my blood. Aw, my steak killed him. Oops.
Die, vermin!
I just want to suck your blood. That is it. Oh my goodness. Very happy I went and upgraded my healing. Oh my. Oh right, the shield.
There's one of them vermin!
There we go. Alright. Gotta remember to use my actual other abilities as well. And then I also have my ultimates. I'll usually want to wait and use for a bit harder battles. A bit more difficult. Oh, that just sent me back the other way. Ooh. Well, let's rummage through the trash. With the screws to them. Oh, we have. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, oh gosh, there's a bunch of them oh, wow. Yeah, there is a bunch of them coming. Okay, let's see. Let's break off line of sight. Scratch that guy. Scratch this guy, finish him off.
Piece of shit! Oh, that's gonna smart!
Hit me right there. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. There's so there's someone hiding right around the corner. Kept getting shot. There it is. Okay. Oh, that's someone else. Interesting. Okay, well, no worries. I accidentally took my lock off of him. And now... Okay, so this is the correct way that I want to be going. Oh, 10 screws and 10 grease? Hot damn. That was a lot. Oh, right, this is where I went to go grab the... finish one of those investigations. That's why I'm familiar with it a little bit. Or at least that one little area there. Can I open? Ah, unlocked. The Limehouse Dump. This place seems nice. A little untouched by the chaos that is outside. Nobody here, so I may as well avail myself to all their shillings. Ooh, they're safe. It's my cover letter. Hello, Frank. How are you, my old friend? It was good to see you last week. Next time, let me get the rounds in. I hope everything is okay on your side of town. Here, in the old neighborhood, the situation is getting worse. Clay is getting more violent every day, and is only thinking about expansion, even when it seems there are some new players around, trying to dispute our territory. The Wet Boot Boys are in a bad spot, I'm afraid. So I thought about what you said last time we met, that you never regretted leaving the gang. Yet the only thing you regret is never being able to put food in the East End again, to avoid a good beating or worse. Well, rest assured that you'd have my protection if you decided to pass by. Maybe we could talk again about new opportunities and job offer. You know, I've always been good with numbers, so maybe, if you need an accountant in your company, let's talk about that, shall we? Say hello to your wife for me. WBB for life, old chap. Booth Digby. Oh, those Wet Booth boys. The guy. He's not in here. Can I teleport onto the boat? I can. Oh, and then that would get me over to the North Docks really quickly. Not too shabby, but we are not going to worry about that right now. All these nice areas.
I cannot enter.
Interesting. So the other one I was able to unlock and enter. Oh, hello.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
You know, let's take a medical checkup. You're healthy? Oh, you might not be healthy for long. Vigilante.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
You are a concerned criminal?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
Yeah, you'd probably, because you're like, yeah, I was a soldier. I don't think you could gut me like a fish if you wanted to.
So, tell
by
me about
yourself.
your
You
gang.
need like
What?
5 of your
You
little
got a
thugs.
death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Yeah,
What can you
about
tell
that.
me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More
guns.
efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
I know you're looking for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Oh, Roach, you just want like everybody eaten. It's tough playing this game. I'm trying to be nice to everyone. Well, not nice. I call it like it is, but I'm trying not to eat people. Everybody's asking me to eat. It's you're all trying to be like my conscience going, ah, he's a no worries, you can do it. He won't be
where I can
missed.
find Sean Hampton. I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Now, this guy, he's the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. However, Wet Boot Boys are actually the better of the two gangs that aren't doing too much of the deplorable stuff.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
So while he may act like an asshat, as the boss, I guess you gotta be to save face or whatever. Now, unlike some of the other people I've come across in here that, yeah, I agree, I kind of want to munch on some faces as well, but...
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed.
This
May
must
I
be
ask you
Edwina,
a
I
few
bet.
questions?
Who are you?
Yeah.
What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
Let's see, might find use of a doctor. I'm not at all interested. You're quite a blunt woman. At least she's blunt.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
Oh, Booth. To embrace a well-placed headbutt, you know? I wouldn't mind doing some fisticuffs.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
I wonder why
You
that
sound
is.
like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That's That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
And it's an investigation, too. Now it's oh gosh, yeah, no, even if I wanted to mesmerize her to eat her, I'm way off on that.
Booth Digby looks at
Only
you
2
with
out of 5.
love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Yeah, I don't think she has a soft heart. I'm thinking she probably manipulated him with, excuse me. Yeah.
I believe you manipulated Booth Digby to get everything you wanted from him, both inside and outside the bedroom.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you not?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Funny how she brought that part up out of somewhere. Yeah, the true leader of the gang. Yep. Well, I got all her secrets, almost. In just one discussion.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened exactly?
I don't know, and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the Wet Boot Boys, Doctor. This is our territory, and this is our law.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Well.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cobb.
Yeah, she's a right piece of work, that one. She revealed some stuff about him.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
I think you're wrong. Maybe the docks have always been violent, but you can't say the living don't suffer because of it.
And then what? Let the commies and the anarchists rule? Nah. We're the Wet Boot Boys. Our fathers died on these docks and they belong to us.
Do you know Edwina suspects you to be unfaithful?
Edwina's the one who asked to be called Mrs. Cox, even though Clay hadn't touched her for such a long time.
You have not answered my question.
She's a passionate woman. I've no doubt she'll shoot me down if I ever betray her, but that's not going to happen. I love her as she is.
Superhuman vampire strike to
Goodbye.
punt her across the town. Unfortunately, when you're in an actual town area, considering this whole place is a town, city, whatever, you can't withdraw your weapons, so I can't even take playful swings at her, even if I'm technically not allowed to damage.
More or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guy. Something, sweet. My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting for our...
Guard of something. I wonder if that's a guard of Freewind. Oh man, these guys are fucked.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
And yet they left some on the ground.
Vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these
Technically,
poor folk,
that
he
is
needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth,
I'll be
claws,
part of this
murders
conversation.
by night? Your sewer dog is my business.
Always keep stepping
He's
closer
the
and
kind
closer
of
to
prey
her.
I hunt, milady.
Yeah, I bet that's not the only prey you hunt.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
For such a hunter, he doesn't have the first clue that talking to someone. A key that opens many locks is a master key, but a lock that is opened by many keys is just a shitty lock. I always do enjoy that one. This whole night checking into me. Fucking Ichabod. I was half expecting to do like an Ichabod crane. I was like, no, please, no. Okay, thank goodness.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Okay, asshole runs around being proud of the name Ichabod. He's just like the kind of guy probably couldn't shit his pants for attention. He slayed the duty monster. Look! I've trapped him within my pantaloons. He cannot escape now. You are all safe. Alas, not from the stench. But at least it will not be coming after you.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
I want to see what his picture of a vampire
How do you
is.
identify a vampire?
It's
Oh,
simple.
this ought to be good.
They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Okay, details. How do you kill them? Hi, Ichabod, what the fuck? Has shut within my undergarments. I proclaim that the stench is quite fragrant indeed. Nonetheless, I will still hunt the vampire menace, with or without chafed asshole. Throgmorton.
Have you heard of the Guard
oh.
of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter.
Oh, a silent
They're
hunter.
more of a sanitary militia.
You hear that? You hear that? He's silent.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Ooh, this guy's going to get killed. Not even by me. I don't have to be the one. Some skull's going to get him.
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Oh boy, I know more about him. Oh, he only has 2 secrets anyways. A silent as a wet fart in the middle of a moment's silence. Oh, those are always the best sounding too.
And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
And actually, what's even better is watching the face of the person who's doing it. Yeah, by 2013 being molested by priests is old news. I know, I was just thinking that as well. I was like, yeah, news nowadays. Ooh. We're back here again.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
He just remembers me as the guy who was lost when I came in. When I came into the bar, I had a freaking like white shirt, blood just all down because I was hurt. And, oh my god. And not anybody was ever mentioning the fact that I was just filled with blood all over my shirt.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
What's that in taking his point of view?
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
You
I have a
tripped an
small
auto.
warehouse.
Oh man. Oh man. I see. Here we go, we can click allow on that. I turned down the auto mod like almost to off. There's just like some really big racial things usually that'll catch.
You could go there and come back.
Doctors aren't immune.
So it was going
to
off
disease,
way
you
too
know.
far before.
Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Ooh, the warehouse key. A lot of investigations now. Yeah, I remember you were that shit in the fucking poltergeist of my goddamn bathroom. Usually got a turpentine to keep that shit off the walls. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, I've worked retail and in a mall. Key thing that you have to say, retail in a mall. Because malls have the worst fucking people. And the state of the bathrooms sometimes? Fuck. I mean, no. Just, you need a biohazard suit. What was it? We weren't sure how, but Oh yeah, Walmart. Well, there was a Walmart attached to our mall. But yeah, we're not sure how, but they got like shit like going all the way up the walls. Like, we don't know if maybe it's coming out so hard he ate something spicy, he's on the ground crying with the pain from the heat as it's coming out of his ass. And it's like curled up in a ball, still shooting out up to the ceiling. Who knows? Pop just squash right in the middle of the floor at one. Fuck. I've watched some on like Reddit and whatever, some other things. So yeah, walking down the aisle, then you know, kind of shake the leg, and the crap falls out, and they continue walking, and it's just like, how nasty do you have to be, and how terrible is your life that that's okay?
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Well, something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Shit, I've seen that stuff with curl your hair. Oh man, this is coming from someone who knows what shit is from like Forest and VR and so on. Oh man, I could only imagine. Like, it wasn't even a shaky leg. She just dropped it. I don't get this. I mean, back before the internet was around, I didn't think humanity would stoop so low to so many of these things, but apparently there's some people out there who really don't give a shit about
I need to find
anything.
Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. Would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Man, this guy had it rough. He was abandoned as a baby. He got raped by a priest. He's gotten attacked by a skull. And now who knows what else. Man, I'm sorry, dude. Shit. Some people just have a rough life. Or if the elderly. Oh, you haven't lived until someone just stared at you and pissed on the floor and just said, what? Piss big deal. While staring. Oh wow, this location actually has a bunch of people. Whew. Say what you will about the Wet Boot Boys, this is one of the healthiest districts
Tom,
I've been in.
I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
He didn't deserve this.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares
Evening,
go
miss.
outside.
Well, I never. That's
I
a
think
first.
Ichabod will meet his end
Customers who make that much mess
to a
rarely come
skull.
back.
Then I
Don't
won't have
mind
to
in
feel
fancy
guilty.
togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the turquoise turtle then, Doctor.
Duds.
I'm Sabrina Cavendish.
Oh,
How can
yeah.
I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You'd best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
They best mind their step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems...
She likes
How shall I
him.
put it? very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory, then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Yeah, she goes on to name half the dock.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
You cutting into your plate.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
He's finally done cutting his
drink
stuff.
I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
I know, first eyes, you don't work to
do
gain
you
money
drink
for this
so
drink?
much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
This guy.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. A bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn streetlight.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Is there anything in particular
A lot
that
of
you
investigations
like
to
about
do.
this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you?
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No.
Let me...
Another time, perhaps. I'm not sure I want to hear another sad story. Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
So were you the bomber? And then when it actually killed a whole bunch of people, you
Do you
start
really
feeling
think
bad?
the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Alright, well, he's
Inebriation
fatigued.
aside, do you need medical help?
Yes, I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Woot, that got me an achievement for Hippocratic Oath. This is where I first come across Lady Ashburn and Dr. Swansea. Chili. I haven't really purchased anything.
It's locked.
Alright, who else was sick? Jason Delaney. Oh wait, no, he's recovering. That was the only... I'm actually really impressed with how healthy everyone is here so far.
I should just run as far away from
Okay, let's see if there's anybody out over here. Yeah, then this is... I got across to that. The dock's there, but I don't have to go there yet. What I'm thinking is... Whitechapel, Pembroke, the docks, then there's one more district. Probably the West End. So the West End will have things. So the North, Western, and docks. All of these will probably have all the civilians together. Not just this one part here. I might try to get some of these investigations done. Ooh, hey, you, stop. Stop, talk to me.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Sounds like a guy after your own heart, Rochi.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. It's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Oh, man.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
I mean, it's only fair. It's like, well, why do you want to go talk to that guy? Oh, no reason. That's confidential. Well, go fuck yourself, man. I'm going to be telling you where he is. I kind of would like to know. Make sure I'm not sending a crazy guy after him. Although he did say he hates everyone. Alright, so I've got a shit ton of investigations to do now. And considering these are my main... Ooh, hey, what's this? Only a common health heart. Full on blood, so I don't need any rats. Southwark. Okay, let's go look at some investigations here. Retrieve the necklace lost. Start with that. Oh yeah, that's not very far away at all, actually. Let's look where it is. Oh, it's anywhere in the docks. It's not down here. Ooh, what's this? Hello. Ta-da! Bloody necklace. From Seymour to my beloved mother, Stella.
From Seymour to my beloved mother, Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
Oh, so he's got a cold.
It's locked.
Ah, bloody locked. What am I looking for here? What's this? Oh, bloody bastard. Maybe I'm not understanding something. He said he lost the necklace. So I found the necklace there. And he's calling him a bastard. Hey, guitar! How's life? Trying to decide what... Do I just give the necklace to his mother then? So I'm not understanding. Does that mean he stole from her? 35 and sad.
To every night, a darkness.
I'll be joining you soon enough later this year. Was it 35? Or turning 34? God damn. The older you get, the more you just don't care about your age. It's just like, whatever.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Found the gift and the corpses. Oh, gotcha. That's why he's saying he's a bastard. Because there's a bunch of corpses there. So he was actually going to give it, but he's been killing people. I will give it back to him. Just let him know we found those corpses.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
He doesn't even care.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum, I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
So she's able to a habitual murderer.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Interesting.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Goodbye, Mr.
Have to go
Fishburne.
talk to his, Interesting. Yes, that air-to-air collision. I was reading about that there. Apparently they must have had a hot date or something that they just had to get to. So was it you had already announced an approach for landing when they had sped through underneath you to get that landing spot? It looks like I do need to go this way after all. Intentions well in advance, but the guy had no access to radio. Like, did you find out ahead of time that he had no access to radio, or was it more just he turned off the access, or that's what you're assuming? Unless he was damaged, maybe. I just find that hard to believe that. Oh, we're a strange matter, straight in, zero fucks. Get up the leg.
This is no place for you, sir. Get your weapons ready. We found one.
It's probably wrong thing to do. Use one of my vampire-like things to go ahead and suddenly teleport away. We have to stop him. Slow motion run.
He's dead.
Well, at least you guys were able to basically talk and ream him out, as opposed to him just going in and nothing happening. Or at least your instructor, if not you, as well. Alright, now this is interesting. This is the area pretty much when I first was turned. I was running away from everyone. I asked for more info about him. So,
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
in politics involved might be old guy.
Christ!
Politics are freaking annoying and shouldn't belong in some areas. Unlocked. There we go. What if I want to continue? Ooh, hey, it's up here. Oh, nice. This is a little safe spot area. Can I go to
locked, all right.
Damn it. Someday I'll learn how to open these locked things.
It's locked, all right.
Someday. I'll get my vampire strength and rip open these things. Anyway, it was actually scary, not so much there, but the precedent set for flying around there. Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, it sounds like, yeah, there's a decent distance, but when you're traveling as fast as you are in a plane, and with like, air drifts or whatever, there's a lot that can happen at that short distance really quickly. So I agree.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Haha, ripped out his throat. For king and country, need you. And then as you're saying for the precedent of the area, yeah, it's pretty much as you're driving around, now you know that there are people out there who are going to be not giving any fucks about that shit. Like how he's peering at me. Like, I don't know if that is. Oh, this little bugger. Ugh. That's my first full-on flamethrower kind of guy. Ooh, foundry key. Wonder that's what that's going to end up unlocking.
Watch out, boy!
Oh shit! I'm sorry! Sorry, leave me alone! Use my ultimate. Boom. Oh, that was new. I haven't been stabbed like that before. Woo, there we go. Shillings. It's down, not up. Be finding an area that goes down like this. There we go. Now we're going to be going in the underworlds. What? Why would you even allow me to come over here? Okay. Normally I can just do a dodge to go through it and it'll break them. So I thought for a moment there. Oh. No! It just crashed! Fatal error. Okay, luckily, you know, it's just a game crash. Not a computer crash, so we can restart this. Be alright. Not me just randomly disappearing on everyone. And there we go. See, no problem. Yeah, the game was probably like, oh fuck, what's he doing? He's not supposed to be going here already. He's not supposed to be killing all these guys. Oh shit! Stop him! Stop him! It's not Bethesda, it's just a once in a while thing. I know. It's gotten to the point now, especially with their reputation, that even if the game from them looks amazing, I will refuse to buy it until it goes on sale for like 50, 75% off, because by then, hopefully there'll have been enough patches, / the fans will have created patches to actually get it playable. Come on, don't you accept? Weird. Alright, so let's see, where was the last autosave? Fallout 3 still crashes every 20 minutes. When I was playing Fallout 3 a while ago, I think I got enough. Seriously? This far back? Oh wait, fuck me. Man. So far back. So many fights. Oh well. had to teach a streamer how to use the no clip command stuck after he mentioned it. Oh, which means I need to get the foundry key again, and oh. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go this way this time. Okay, yeah, that was the way going down. This was the gates. Opening it. Yeah, because there's nothing special over here. Except there was shillings that one time. Some of this stuff, which didn't really have anything. Except for the locker. Bottled alcohol. Alright. It was cheating and just said that's acceptable if you only use it to get unstuck because except that the set games are buggy as fuck as long as you're not using fly over the damn place. Yeah, no, I agree. I think there was, what was it? One quest that was bugged out. Oh, good. Okay, so it still saved me having killed and collected everything. Just not that. Okay, that's not so bad then. Although I'm not in the Warrens anymore. The tunnels. 3 or 4. I've only played 3. That's a lie. I've played a little bit of 4, but I've owned 3. I modded it up a bunch while I was playing it. I was trying to play 4 when it was the free weekends because I love the sprint. I need a sprint because I'm the kind of guy who loves doing melee builds. Even in these games with shooting. I like beefing myself up and going up there and just punching or doing whatever. Where the 3 had bugged out quest 4. Well, this was closer towards release. Before things got fixed. I think this was my first Bethesda game before I had started really getting a bunch of their stuff. And we all know release Bethesda. I shoot at them while I'm running at them, then hit them with the gun. You see, that's the thing. It's oh fuck. No. Wasn't the way I wanted to go. Oh, was that it? Oh, it was just one short thing like that. Well, that was my big thing of why I couldn't really get into New Vegas. Despite apparently it being like the best Fallout ever. Whatever. Oh, that was it. So it crashed. Ah, why they tease me like that? They just wanted me to run it all over again. Bastards. Is I just couldn't stand how slow you go and the fact that even if you wanted to run away, you're stuck running away at the exact same speed that they're running at you with. So, unless they stop to shoot at you, which sometimes they just laughed and didn't worry about that. Okay, what? Shoot them in the legs. Oh yeah, cripple their legs. I guess that's true. Oh, is it saying that it's just I need to locate the site of the bombing here? Because I've just run a whole bunch. Oh, there's blood. Okay, yeah, no, this is not what I care. Or you can make a death claw completely harmless if you cripple its legs, and you can sit there and punch it to death. Ah, yes. As it should be.
The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects.
Hey, there's a bullet. There you go, guitar. I'm slowly getting more bullets again so I can freaking use guns. Find some frickin' flowers. How am I supposed to get flowers? Oh. There was that mute girl that has flowers. Way the fuck over in Whitechapel. God damn it. An unknown event happened. Oh shit. Something happened. No. Looks like I need to go there anyways. Bullets may not be the best answer, but they are always an answer. That is very true. Okay. So, can I teleport across the way? No. And I've got to run all the freaking way back. I mean, that's why I do like fast travel in games. I understand it takes away from the immersion, you not having to run around everywhere, but at the same time, it's annoying having to do... It's creating artificial longevity of the game, making you have to run back and forth from point A to point B to point C, back to point A. Ooh, I drew my sword for some reason. Yeah, nothing there. Is there shit? I'll shoot in the US even though I've had to rethink it.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, there's... Well... I feel like against people with all the shootings. Well, that's just the thing as well. It's... You also have to look at all the misinformation about all the various shootings and so on as well. And there's also a lot of crap out there that's being... say overinflated, but that's not the right word. Beat the fuck out of each other like they used to. Exactly. Don't need a gun for that shit. And look at this game, they just went and stabbed each other. Okay. Teleport over to the stocks. Hopefully I can find a better way to teleport across. Ooh, big battle. Oh, we just fucking teamed on that. Oh shit, 22. My stamina regained. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! No! 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 Oh, shoot. I did not dodge fast enough, and him being level 22, it just took me to prom. Oh yeah. Just a little necking in the back corner there. Oh, I'm hearing more screams. Oh, he regained all his health back. Okay, dude, fuck off. There's a giant, like, werewolf thing, and you're hitting me. Didn't have a chance to react. Yeah, I'm gonna bite you now, bitch. that my bite, like, tickles him. Oh man, his reach is so high when he does that too. Oh, and oh my god, he heals full. Okay. Damn. Probably should have just taken dinner first before that ass pound. Yeah, jeez. Oh my goodness. But I mean, he's also level 22 to like, what, 13? It's like got 10 levels on me. And because I'm not eating people, that's just how things are going to be in some areas. Oh, so what? They keep coming back? But I don't regain my blood? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shit. Doesn't even have common courtesy, give me a reach around. Well, you know what? I admit, I haven't been looking around at his hands while he's necking me. For all I know, he could be... Oh, I see how it is. Not this time, bitch. Oh, all right then. Well, apparently I'm finding Sean Hampton anyways. But look at all these bullets. Flawless victory. You see, I knew I was going to totally destroy him, so I was letting him get a few licks on me first. Well, nibbles, whatever. Totally. That's all it.
I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
Carefully avoided the arteries. Cool, I'm interested on what they're talking about. The spark bar.
Seems like the guard of Prewin is on Hampton's trail too.
Oh shit, he's got an actual flamethrower.
Let's pin it down.
Okay, so I don't care about the little guys. They just continually respawn. He almost roasted one of his buddies. Use my ultimate on him. Still for a bit. He explodes. Claw him up. Common pistol. No problem. Give me loot. Ah, okay, he gave me a pistol. Well, that's the loot already.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Now you're full of shit. Yeah, that's... Well, you know the werewolf dog. I like my puppies. For skulls. I don't know, he was too lucid, Sean. Nothing, eh? Ooh.
Over there! One of them
Why did you have to yell? Oh, you can't teleport up top when you're on top. Oh, good to know. Goodness. Gotta stop attacking when they're blocking. Okay. So where's that little butt munch that was up top?
Die, vermin!
Woo! Attacking off my camera? That's not cool, man. I will hold you over the edge here and drop you down. I like how we're both kind of like floating down to the ground. That is one question. Why are vampires trying to feed on each other? That's one thing I am a little confused about. Because we already found out earlier that you need, that there is different vitalities to blood, and that sick people's blood are terrible. You can't drink off dead people. So why can I drink Skull's blood and other vampire forms? Because wouldn't that be counting towards that? I mean, in that case, why don't vampires just feed off each other? But I mean, I guess it also depends on which vampire thing. If they could keep the people that eat as familiars, like Alucard on Hellsing. Oh man. I haven't seen Hellsing like ages. Blood incest. Ah, yeah. But also depending on the vampire film / flick, whatever. They. Oh, I don't like this group.
Burn it, boys!
Nom. What's that? Wait, what? I don't believe you, Rochi. He doesn't come on it now. Where am I going? Over this way. I'm feeding the ones they made, so it's not like fratricide. Because if we do, say, Underworld, they used it to, they drank from each other to absorb certain powers. I don't think it sustained them like human life. Final Fantasy 14, she went into that MMO? We're talking about all these other MMOs. Oh, wait.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No.
Ooh.
But I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
And I was also in the war. But, you know, someone like you
Why
probably
such
doesn't
hatred?
care about that.
Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy
God
people
damn
like
it.
you, disgusting.
Can't escape this frickin' talk about privilege, even in a game like that. God damn it, I'm tired of hearing about frickin' privilege this, privilege that. Sorry guys, my cis white male privilege here is just it's downtroding her. I think this is the one person that I like this close to just breaking my pacifist run, as it were. I just God
What
damn
can you
it.
tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You know, Zetran, you make a good point. I bet her blood tastes sour. Alright, speak clearly in blunt
If you have
words.
something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Whoa, even went so far as to speak of herself in the third person.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay.
Look, Miss Paxton, it's over this way. Oh, Miss Paxton, look. You're in a dark alley all alone. Nobody around. No one to protect you. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen to you. Bleeding out in the dark alley here. Nobody would find you for days. Maybe even throw you inside this pit of fire after. Tear out your teeth so no one can... Oh, well, actually, I don't think they really had dental records that back here. As this stream takes a sudden really dark turn. But no, unlike you, we know how to show restraint.
You again.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
What about this vicinity?
Just
This dark
spend a
alley
few
you find
weeks
yourself
here,
in.
And then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
So she was... Oh, for fuck's sake. This is going to turn into a... Just because she was drunk, she wasn't asking to be stolen from.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Oh, God. I just got some experience. I'm not sure if I got experience for actually not eating her or what that was about. How far away are her thieves? Oh, that's actually not too bad. Alright, let's go see if it's those soldier boys. Although that would be funny if he's these Leewin fellas. One extra swing.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Yes, I will investigate. Oops. Okay, I've got a little bit better at understanding when the shotgun tells are. Bring all kinds of roars and skittles.
Are you deaf? Over there!
Not deaf, but you are dead. Alright, so, can I go inside? Ooh. I am confused. Did I end up placing a marker somewhere by mistake? Yes, I did. There we go. Okay, now that's not on the map.
Giselle's stolen
there
money.
we go.
Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Silly guy. Oh, I don't want to give it back to her. I really don't. That's the only way I'll get that delicious experience. Ooh.
You again? What do you want?
Make your blood richer, that is true.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
God damn it. I actually have the choice. Fuck. If I don't give it back to her. I'll do it.
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. I'm... Well...
You can't even fucking say I'm sorry.
Will you give the money back to your comrades then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
She just told you that. Of course you know.
A shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing
Well,
is
she's a
certain.
good person and she's hot.
While Jack was
And when she
alive,
cleans up.
I had one less reason to drink.
Remove that hat, grow out her hair a little bit. I don't know. She's wearing some pretty frumpy clothes.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Alright, well that's one investigation succeeded. I didn't grab the posters that were near him. Grave diggers are probably... See any marks on here as to where that is. Probably because I'm so freaking far away. And the posters from the pile. Oh, hey, posters from the pile is actually right over here. Nice. Anti-vampire poster. Danger is closer than you think. They are already here. Do not let them take the kingdom. See a vampire? Seek for help. Ichabod, the Throgmorton, expert vampire hunter. Just look at this expertly drawn vampire. No wonder why he didn't recognize me. Oh, and all the blood pouring out. I mean, he's got a good Nosferatu likeness there. Oh, Rochi, you had a conversation? I guess I'll have to go read that later. Before you delete all your stuff. I'm glad that you're able to finally be on at the same time, sir. I'm sure that lifts a weight from your weary soul. Nothing special. Shit! No! I didn't mean to. Oh no! Oops. I thought that was. I'm like, that's an odd place to hang a poster right above the fire, and no, that was I went and burnt all the posters. Shit. Well, I mean, I guess technically it's Oops.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir.
Ooh.
Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Take care of those crybabies on my Discord. Well, you know, ever since we put into that rule, no atting Kismet, people have lost the way of doing it. So now they've got direct message her.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
Handy for
Have
some
you got any
shows.
friends around these parts?
Not really.
Can you use the
Miss
cane?
Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles.
I have
especially
guitar.
since her son died.
Need to play it again at some point. Because they had released the Stormblood expansion. I'd gotten up to there, I was going through it. I think I was about halfway through. I was playing with a couple other friends. Rugaba-san, who usually comes on. You'll see him in my channel here every now and then. As well as Dweeny. We were all inside this one guild with a bunch of other people. It was a lot of fun. But after playing for so long, it just got to be where there's a lot of the same old. I kind of stopped for that. For a pound stone, like, ooh, gargle my ball. Well done. I mean, if you look at him, he's got a bit of a pretty face there. He's already sitting down. He's ready.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
She's taking you for her son, eh? Boy.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack. Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
Yeah, I respect him for that.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. Heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where he is.
Hey boy, so patronizing. You're a bit too much. Truly.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Let's see. First blood sample. Damage serums. I like how it says specifically for vampires. Here you go, have some vampire stuff. Ooh, a page. Fine, we'll buy it. Music box. Just because these are writing things that you can't actually get elsewhere.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
That got me experience. It's usually over here and here. Okay. Music box. My dear Jack, I write this letter as long as I have the strength and the will. Not that I have something to hide or to fear, except perhaps to forget what I want to tell you. I always knew you would become someone important, someone good and nice. I knew it since you were a child, when you preferred to read books rather than going to play outside. I knew it when you helped me carry groceries before you went to school and clean the house after you came back. I'm proud of you, my son. Not only because I am your mother, but also because you deal so well with everything around you. I'm sorry I have recently become such a burden to you. Never forget I love you. I hope you never forget. You love me. Oh, man. And that's the guy that went to go after those. Yeah, they got killed in the gang thing. Got one other file, but it's not here. It's in the front. It's like it when they do that. Oh. Photography in a wallet.
Oh.
About that.
Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item.
I already knew
Those
that.
two have hidden their affections well.
Stand with Giselle. Get that. Oops, that's a crumpled letter I already read. Text to Braille, I don't know how to do it. Alright. Okay, well, whatever.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Ransack the house. Ransack the house. Nice old lady lets me in so I can ransack the house. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm sitting there talking to the nice old lady. It's not nice to mind control people with dementia. Who says anything about mind control? I just convinced her that I must be her son Jack, and that I should come in. And that I... Oh, unfinished letter. Rodney, I just heard what happened tonight. I ran to your house, but you were already gone, so now I am writing this note. Is it true you killed him? I can't believe it. Why? What happened? I really need to talk to you now. Please, find a way to contact me when you receive this message. Since I know you can be very cautious, and to prove to you this is not a trap, let's use a code when we meet. I'll whistle my name, Jack, in Morse code, and you'll whistle yours, okay? This way you'll know it's really me. For now, it's a good thing you are hiding. The Wet Boot Boys are all over the neighborhood claiming they will punish the man who murdered one of them. I'm sure we can make an arrangement to settle things once the heat dies down. That's nice to rob people. What are you talking about? Shut up!
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Totally flirting with me. She's like, you're hot, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
Now getting close to finding the hot ones, and not sure if you should eat her or not.
Who are the more influential?
Her blood would probably be...
Well, I heard about some
not very
terrible
tasty.
illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Thank goodness my name's not Dr. Tippett.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
I do not know how to make stuff for treatments headaches.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
And payment for your stuff around your house. I will come back with a headache remedy once I learn how to make it. Ooh, hey, something over here. Money on the count. Oh shit. I don't think they're going to be coming back anymore. Yeah. I think they might come back. They might be okay. I find it odd that I'm not getting the bright blood trails, though. A blinker skull. Blink. Ha ha ha! Kind of. Although I suppose that is true. It's not fresh blood. Unlocked and open. Yes. Now we can go through these gates. That's the usual health curfew poster. Ooh, wait. Why are people leaving shillings lying around on random places? It makes no sense. Alright. Well, anyways, there was an autosave pretty much recently here, so I think this is going to be where I'm going to end the stream. Just finished talking to an old lady with dementia, and we're looking around, so that'll be good. And we'll pick up again at another point. So anyways, thank you everyone for coming out and continuing our game of Vampyr. Things are starting to get a little more interesting. A little slower but ramp up, but we're getting there. I'm sure once we find this guy, we'll find out if he's actually really the one ripping people apart, or if it's going to be someone else. Because it seemed like we heard that there's quite a few different voices. And I don't know, he was too lucid. I think there's something more to this. Yeah. Okay, anyways, you all have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you next time.